to a camp called Fleur de Lis when she was a teenager, and she tried to get the wedding there. I guess they had a three-year wait, so they looked around all of New Hampshire to find a place where they do weddings. They found this.
We've been trying to come for a couple of weeks and we haven't been able to get up here because something's always gone a little awry. So it was our first, right around 2:30 yesterday, we rolled in the caravan with, and wait till, we brought pots and pans and flowers and glassware and what else did we bring?
All the bedding.
Oh yeah, 120 pillows.
And sheets.
And sheets. And flat sheets.
It's all you do at wedding.
Yeah.
Let's bring everything in.
DIY, total DIY.
This Neil's idea? Yeah. She's a crafty one.
And any dishes that you know for a cookout?
I think this basket should just stay as it's all.
Do you like the look of this not full? This is like what I was envisioning was these like buckets.
Perfect.
I'm the oldest sister, and then it's Amanda, then Neela, then our brother John and Oliver, brothers, and then Hunter. We're just trying to do everything that she wants.
I think it's part of the reason everyone likes this because it's so nostalgic for everyone because most people went to a camp.
It's gonna be a slow moving day till the wedding, and then everyone's gonna get crazy again. I'm just trying to avoid having to go into the freezing thing. I think I'm gonna go just like wake my body up. Like,
Sandy. Go, Sandy, go. Hi, guys.
pretty bride.
Hi, wedding day girl. Hi. Of course.
This is so nice. I know, it's a non.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a picture of the bride and her hot bod.
Really?
Just getting in the camera with you.
How's the water? So nice. It's so shocking. But once you're in, you're good.
Right now I'm at 160.
Oh, you go double that.
I took off work on Thursday and I just baked all day.
And then you had to drive it up here.
That wasn't too bad because it's
She just held
deconstructed
between her
right now.
legs.
Yeah. So I'll do the finishing touches today.
They took the red eye Wednesday night into Thursday. Neela had her dress fitted Thursday morning. It's still not ready. Somebody's bringing it up. So it'll be beautiful. It'll be very beautiful.
We actually did the same that we did for Meredith and Rick's wedding, so just the vanilla and chocolate. I was telling Sheila, I was like, I missed making the cake this time at your house. This time I had to share kitchen space with my mom, who was making other corn muffins.
I can't believe you made it. Yeah, it's so cool.
I know.
We all like being crafty, but I don't know how good at it actually is. We're just willing to spend a lot of time on something.
She redid the back. So it's been at the tailor for a while. Not making it from scratch, but like seriously putting it together. But it's amazing. Yay, Angel Kristen.
Oh, welcome to camp!
Sheila, are you recounting last night? The band is still playing. The band is still playing. She jumps in front of the band.
No, but wait, she was wearing camo. She had camo on. I got camouflage pajamas.
So she's like, of course I came back. I had to show everyone my dress.
Hello! This is the outfit.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm invisible.
Everyone should get ready.
Mom, where's the
Says the bride. There's not everybody.
pins and stuff that you brought over?
I don't know if you guys will go, and then Dad and I will go.
They dated, had a dramatic love affair in junior and senior year. I mean, it was just like wow. And then dramatic breakup right before graduation, like terribly dramatic. They both bounced back. They both had different relationships, and then at their 5-year high school reunion, they reconnected, and yeah,
Now they're getting married.
and now
In
they're
about
getting married.
20 minutes.
Or whatever.
Or an hour. Or whatever.
Did you see the program? It says loose schedule. It says on it.
Does that look all right?
That looks right.
The butterfly has taken flight.
So I want to tell the how they re-met story. As far as everyone has their own, I think, because you guys kind of had a re-meeting that occurred over time. So we're all in East Boston, all the sisters, Neela, of course, having a little party. And Neela had, it may or may not have been New Year's. I can't imagine. We didn't have anything else to do. So it might have been New Year's. I don't know. So we're all hanging out. Neela has like one glass of wine and she's like, you guys, I have a crush on Chris Ryan. And we're like, Chris Ryan, okay, great, cool, how's it going? She's like, I don't know. So, you know, that's great. Party goes on, more drinking, more eating.
You should mention who's at this party.
It's basically just us. It's like one of my friends from high school and just us in East Boston. And we're eating a lot of summer rolls, and Neela's like, do you guys want to go to a party and selfie? And we're like, yeah. So we canceled our other plans that we had for New Year's, you know, like support Neela. And we called a cab because there were no Ubers. So 1 hour later, the cab comes. We go to selfie, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be Neela's wing woman. I've got her. I'm gonna help conversation with Chris. And we're there for a few minutes, and we're looking around for her, like, how's it going? And we see Neela. Chris is in the corner, and Neela has one hand on the left wall and one hand on the right wall, and she's like talking him up right in his face. So we're like, she doesn't need any help. She's got it. I know Neela shares a lot, but she's also kind of private. She doesn't tell us everything. So from there, we're not really sure how's it going, you know, are they dating, are they not? There are a few indications that I had that things were going well. One we saw a photo of, it was the tandem bike in Nantucket. And like they're on a friend trip, I thought. And Neil's like, oh yeah, that's when Chris and I rented a tandem bike together. And I thought, this is pretty serious. And then there was another indication, and I was like, oh, you're moving to Brooklyn with Chris, okay. And she's like, yeah, we love each other, so. And I was like, okay, so you're moving to Brooklyn.
Chris came up to me one day and he says, yeah, so I'm thinking about moving down to New York. And as Ty mentioned, I was like, I hate New York. What the hell are you talking about? Isn't it, it's pretty crazy expensive down there. You're gonna go down there without a job and you're gonna be in New York. He's like, yeah, I think Neil and I are gonna move down. I think, we're gonna split the rent. It'll be reasonable. There's a communal garden down the street, so we'll save money on groceries. Communal garden? What are you talking about? This is New York City. You're not gonna go. Every meal is not gonna be a cucumber and a tomato. So he'll go about it, and he'll never actually get to the real reason why. And he looks at me, and I'm like, really, New York? And he just looks at me and he says, Jack, I don't know what else to say, man. I'm in love with Neela, and we're moving down to New York. And that was it. And I was done with any more questions, and I couldn't have been happier just to see the two of them going on an adventure, and now going out to Oakland. So I'd like to raise a glass to new adventures. Cheers. Cheers to Cheers and Neela.
I think it's important to just take a second to soak all of this in, the beauty around us in this perfect setting for this situation. I think we train ourselves in all the planning and the anticipation to always be looking ahead, always be planning for something in the future. And as a result, we tend to miss some of the important things as they're happening. So somebody much more eloquent and less wordy than me once said that when you run so fast to get somewhere, you miss half the fun of getting there. So, Chris and Neela, if you don't mind just facing the crowd really quickly. Take a look at everybody out there, and also those to your left and right, all here to celebrate with you. Everyone here is here for you, supporting you with their love.
Neela, I have thought about all the ways to illustrate your glory, but I cannot express it in words. Beauty is in you. It is in your soul. It is in your heart. It is in your eyes. It is in your talents. Ever since that day, 10 years ago in September, the earth has brought me directly to you. I haven't looked back, and it has brought me right here standing in front of you. I promise that I will do my best to emulate your goodness every day. I promise to provide and care for you and our family. I promise to love you unconditionally. I promise to support you perpetually. And I promise to hold you passionately for the rest of our days.
I did not memorize mine. Chris, my love, today is the day that we share with our closest friends and families the love we have made. We met 10 years ago with an embrace that turned into a life of heartfelt exchanges, late nights, early mornings, a dog, 3 apartments, 3 cities, and now a wedding. I want everyone here to know the promises we are making today as we exchange rings, the rings your father made us. I promise to you, Chris, to care for you and our family, to encourage and support your opinions and values, to learn and grow our minds together, to challenge you, to walk anywhere with you. I promise to love you unconditionally, support you perpetually, and hold you passionately for the rest of my days.
I made our rings, Susan mine, and I don't know why I didn't make Meredith and Riggs, because they didn't ask me. So at this stage of my life, I've decided no matter what, I'm going to be making rings for the rest of my children's nuptials.
That's perfect. So it fits because a lot of rings I was trying on don't slide under, so this is perfect. Like it fits under the ring, it's just cool.
This has been the most genuine weekend. This is just so Chris and Neela. It's amazing how awesome, and everybody's just saying it too. It's like, wow, this is just them. It's awesome. But I want to talk about how Chris is, to us at Bowdoin and to now in greater people, he is our father. And that is a father. And this title that we have bestowed upon him, we're not really sure where it started. There's different people have different opinions of when it started or what it was, but he's always been someone who's united us as a group of friends and fortified our love and amongst ourselves, because I do feel we have a very special bond with our group of friends. He didn't really become what I feel like is our true father and his true self until he met Neela, and they have brought us all together. I feel as a friend group, and he has been a pillar of my life as that, and has truly been himself and has blossomed into a wonderful friend, wonderful man, and I think will be a wonderful husband. So I'd like to raise a glass to my father, and the family that he will breed.
I'd like to thank this cat for giving me this honor. Being your best man means so much to me, man. You know that. Sure, in the past, my sweet brother taught me a thing or two about dead arms and wrestling. And as you're all thinking, it must have been warranted. But boys are boys, especially in a house filled to the brim with estrogen. Needless to say, that rubbed off a little. Christopher is the warmest, most wholehearted person I've ever had the pleasure of knowing, no less learning from. My charismatic, dedicated, driven, genius, and oh so handsome brother. His infrequent bouts of tough love, infrequent I say, truly show his strong passion and his true love. I couldn't be more proud. But this isn't about you and I, my brew. I know I spoke well of my best friend, but he is the lucky one. Neela, you are beautiful in every way. You are so talented, also driven, and hysterical. We all know that. Your presence lights up the room wherever you go. Having known you for as long as I have, I'm ready for another sister. I know that might sound pretty crazy. We're all so happy for you guys as you start your life in Oakland together. There's no doubt of your success for either of you. This venue and party perfectly encapsulates your relationship. It's all about love, friendship, and laughter. We love you, and we are so proud of you both. Thanks, Christopher. You both mean so much to me. Cheers.
And now, by the authority given me by the state of New Hampshire, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Bryant.
It is unbelievable to think that at this juncture in time, their union is finally complete. You know, we've been anticipating it for a long time. To have everybody here to be part of this celebration means so much to all of us, and it'll be something that we will remember for a long, long time.
Ready?
Let's do this.
Really want to thank everybody who's here for doing everything that they've done to make this happen, because it wasn't just you know, my parents doing their thing last night. The entire Patavina clan going and scouting out plates at yard sales, which is an actual true fact. Every single one of you who's here tonight has helped us in a lot of ways. Everybody brought ice, everybody brought beers, there was phone calls to help and shuttle people up, and everybody's made this possible, but nobody's made this possible as much as my now, which makes me the happiest human being in the world to say, my now wife, Neela. Couldn't feel happier and luckier to have every single one of you in our lives, and especially her, and I wanted to thank everybody, so thank you.
We wanted to have a wedding here so we could all be together because we wanted to see you guys. So let's do that. Let's eat and have fun.
I love all my children equally.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was the first dance by a newly wedded couple, Christopher